breaking news. Giant, massive, huge breaking news. The Houston Texans have released J.J. Watt. Not traded, but released. He has 1 year left on his deal at $17 million a year. He went to ownership and said, I want my release. He did a video. He put it on Twitter. I mean, we're not going to play it for you just because it's really that's it. He just said, I want a release, and they're giving him his release. Why wouldn't you trade the guy to somebody? He's got 1 year left on his deal. I don't know what the cap hit is, but get something for him. Just don't give him away and say, all right, who wants J.J. Watt? And our best player, we get nothing for. Am I wrong about this? What am I missing?
Well, I'm not sure. And the reason I say I'm not sure is because, sorry, I'm trying to, we were talking at the break there. My Zoom is on. The reason I'm not sure is because when you look at what his cap is and the fact that he's, what did you say, 1 year, $17 million?
Yeah, he's a free agent after 2021.
I don't know who would want J.J. Watt at $17 million.
Well, just for 1 year. I mean, if you're a team that thinks they're close and has a gap at defensive line, don't you think you would go out and pick up that money and pick up J.J. Watt and trade for him?
Again, I need to do a deeper dive into this to understand what whoever it is that is taking on that. Is it a $17 million cap hit?
Yeah, I don't know.
That they would have, or is there a way that it's lessened because it's a trade? I'm going to have to look into this.
Okay, so I'm looking
right. It comes on 5 minutes before we're off air.
Not to cut you off, but if they were to trade him last year, they were going to take a $15.5 million dead cap hit. He makes $17.5 million this year coming into 2021, but there's no cap hit. There's zero dead cap, it says, and this is according to Sport Track. So
the dead cap for them is fine, but what's the cap hit for the team that's taking him on? That's
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't really care about Houston.
Yeah, but still, if you're Houston,
fire.
Why the hell would you just release him? Say, JJ, okay, cool, we'll get you out of here, but we're trading you. We got to get something for you. You're a very good player still. Somebody's going to pony up 1 year, and then they can either sign you or you go to free agency or franchise you.
They're not going to. He's not going to get a franchise tag at his age and his injuries, and that's
he's 32.
Yeah, he's not going to get a franchise tag at 32.
Okay, so what am I missing though? This is
again, it depends on the cap hit for the if it's a full $17 million cap hit with the cap coming down, and it's going to be.
Sure.
You know, we're hearing between 180 and 181 million. The only teams that have that much room are teams like Jacksonville, who is completely rebuilding.
100%, but you can finagle the cap. Like the Rams are going to finagle the cap. The Saints are going to finagle the cap. I see what you're saying. I can't believe you just released that guy.
I agree. And at first blush, you'd think that is something that they could have gotten some value for. But, again, I don't know what that would mean for the team that is taking on J.J. Watt and how many suitors they may have had. You know, and even if you only get one pick, even if it's a late-round pick, it's still a pick. It's still an asset that you didn't have before you just let J.J. Watt go.
Scott the Gator Anderson in studio. What's up, bud?
I mean, this is obviously big news in the NFL. I'm trying to wrap my head around this as much as you guys are too, and it doesn't make much sense to me why they would just release him because you would think you could get something of value. I mean, if you have to take a hit because of his salary anyway, or if you have to take any kind of cap hit, take some of it, eat some of that salary, whatever it is, and trade him. He's got value still. He absolutely still has value. This doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But the only way where it makes sense is that the Texans are such a dumpster fire of an organization. I mean, look, we haven't exactly had a great organization here in Detroit. I happen to think things have turned around dramatically. Mm-hmm. But what Houston has done, good God, it's been, I don't want to say infinitely worse than what we've seen in Detroit because we saw Matt Millen here. Matt Millen was just an abject failure. But what they have done over the last couple of years is just inexplainable. You can't figure it out. So is this just the next move that just you scratch your head and go, what are you guys doing?
Well, this also means they're definitely trading Deshaun Watson, right? Because they keep saying they're not going to. We're not going to listen to your offers. But now Watt's gone. I mean, the team is rebuilding.
A lot of people thought Watt would be gone one way or the other. But when you talk about comparing the Lions to what Houston has done, and there was the Matt Millen era, and the fact of the matter is that went on for so long. This has been a dumpster fire, and it could be behind the scenes. It's gone on for a lot longer, but really over the last, let's just call it 12 months to 18 months, It has been probably the worst 18 months you could imagine for an organization.
It's really amazing what they've done. Their decisions of who they've hired in positions of power and the moves that they've decided to make. Absolutely incredible what the Texans have done. But this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I understand if you want to trade J.J. Watt, and I get that. You're rebuilding now. I mean, if you've got an unhappy quarterback who's arguably one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league, and you can get a mint for him if you trade him, but they don't want to trade him. I understand why you wouldn't want to trade him, but if you're rebuilding, you may as well get as much as you can for him. And Watt makes sense to be the next guy out. Get something for him.
And they don't have to pay him anything. Like, J.J. Watt is not making anything. The Texans just released him, so you can go sign him for whatever you want now.
Right.
Right. I mean, the Texans have a cap hit for him, right?
No, dead cap is 0.
So
that's what it says. It's just like Jared Goff. You can get rid of him in 2 years for nothing. You can just say goodbye.
But you're saying right now? So them releasing him today, it doesn't cost him a dime.
Does it? According to Sports Track, I can show you this. Yeah, it doesn't cost them anything. So, again, even more reason to trade him, get something, whatever you can get for him, and move on.
Then it really makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, what was his salary supposed to be for 2021?
$17.5 million. So Watt is giving up on some big-time money, too. Now, he's got a ton of money, but he's given up, almost $20 million a season.
That's the thing. Well,
at age 33.
If you're J.J. Watt, what you've got is now you've got the opportunity to go wherever you want to go.
Win a title.
And win a championship because you've already accomplished everything you can accomplish without winning a championship. You've made a ton of money. Now go where you want to play. My guess is it'd be Green Bay.